I have a OneLaser XRF. I've never even turned it on. I just started to get things hooked up. Owned it for a few months, but that's normal for me. And I want to install the OneLaser air assist system so you can have high and low pressures. You end up connecting your compressor to this duopoly, and instead of the internal air assist, which doesn't have much air, this has more air, and then you can adjust your pressures theoretically. So this is what it comes with. It comes with the controller, it comes with a regulator. I already mounted one on the wall. It comes with some type of control module, some wire ties, instruction book, and 2 cables. And the first thing it tells you as you start to figure it out is remove the rear cover, then remove the right side cover. So the rear cover, apparently, all these little Allen head screws need to be removed. We'll give it a try and see if that's the case. So you will want to use a 2mm Allen wrench to remove all these. Don't use the ones that come with the laser. They are cheap and not quite the right size. Okay, so I had some success. The back cover came off with these 11 2mm Allen head screws. And again, do not use the Allen wrenches that came with the laser. They are not the right size. They are soft metal. You are just going to end up rounding the heads off of the Allen heads, and you don't want to do that. So next is remove the right side. Let's see what we can do. It looks like it might be as simple as removing these 6 Allen head screws. Again, success. 6 Allen head screws. And a note, all the screws that I've taken off, the 11 for the back, nice. The 11 for the back and the 6 for the side were all the same size. So you don't have to worry about them getting mixed up. Spare parts laying in there. So next it says, disconnect the internal connector found inside the right side cover area before proceeding. Failure to disconnect may cause wiring damage. The internal connector. Any idea which internal connector that may cause wiring damage? They don't show a picture of it, and I can't find any information on the internet of which one to disconnect. The next thing it says to do, since I can't find the connector I'm supposed to disconnect, is locate the connected air hose as shown in figure below. Disconnect the white air hose while keeping its adapter attached. Interesting. So there's the white air hose right here. There's the adapter. I'm not exactly sure which adapter you're supposed to keep attached, but we'll give it a try. I was able to disconnect the air hose. Leaving the adapter attached is another question. The adapter is hooked to the white air hose it's attached. Leave it, okay, whatever they say. Then it says connect the blue air hose coming from the back right here to the black. It's about an inch too short. So let's see what we can do about that. So what I'm going to do, this is the air hose from the back of the machine that I was supposed to connect the black air hose to. And there's the connector it came with. And I purchased this tubing kit on Amazon. I won't do a link because I don't do that stuff. With all these connectors, etc., and I bought it because I figured I would need it for this install. So I'm just going to take this length plus an inch, cut it off of here, and hook it into the back of the machine. So right here is where this blue air hose is going to get plugged into that I unplugged the original one from. I've added some length, and I will plug that in, and we'll see if it can reach the black hose. So it'll get plugged in right there. And now it reaches the black hose nice and easy, just like it should. Now for the wiring. Electrical circuit installation instructions. Again, it says remove the back cover, and then it says remove the right side cover, and then it says important, disconnect the internal connector located inside the area of the right side cover before removing cover. Failure to disconnect it first may cause wiring damage. No idea what they're talking about. Still, no idea. Okay. Locate the relay component from the air assist control box. Located it. Remove the base and mounting hardware from the air assist kit relay, then detach the existing mounting hardware from the equipment relay. Remount both relays on the DIN rail to complete installation. So here it says remove this. To do so, you're going to need a skinny Phillips screwdriver. It was just a matter of using the screwdriver and loosening the Phillips screw, and then it comes off the rail. So the instructions say, it shows a picture of this, which is this right here, and it says remove it. Sure, okay, remove it. I removed it. But there's two of them, so I'll remove both of them. And then it says, locate the relay from the air assist control box. I located it. Remove the base and mounting hardware from the air assist kit relay. I will do that. I started by removing this one. Now I'm going to remove this and this, the base magnets. Then detach the existing mounting hardware from the equipment relay. Remount both relays on the DIN rail to complete the installation. So I need to remove this and this to do that. So I need to remove this. After further consideration, Removing this side goes under the category of hell now. So to get this off, I needed to get a screwdriver up in there. And what I came up with was a fine screwdriver bit that would go in a normal drill, whatever, and a 5/16 1/4-inch drive socket, and then this 1/4-inch drive hand socket turning thingy dingy. And I was able to get it in there like so and loosen them up. To get the relay controller that they supply you to fit on this rail, you need to remove these with that tool that I showed you I set up, and slide this that way. And then leaves you enough room on the rail. And then you need to take all these wires and gently bend them up, because they're pointing out to begin with, and there's no room behind that rail for all that. So you need to point them up gently so you don't break any of them. And then it will fit on that rail, and that's the only way it'll fit on that rail. So a little bit more fun. Here's the bottom of those two relays that's supposed to go on the rail. And you see this blue clip here, that's a friction clip that keeps it on the rail. To be able to get it on the rail, you're going to need to, as you're trying to install this, get a screwdriver, a long skinny screwdriver here, and push these in that direction. Push. Otherwise, you're never going to get them to slide on the rail. So the screwdriver idea didn't work. What I ended up doing was just pushing them in that direction to get the far end clipped, and then sliding them on this way. A little bit of pulling teeth, but I think, yeah, I got one of them on. This one didn't. Not yet. Well, we're working on it. So yeah, I did get it in there. I did actually get it in there. Next, it says to identify the relay cables from the air assist control box. Yep, here's the ones that you need to identify. OV, low, high, pump, L5-1, L5-2, and can find the TL motherboard. There's the TL motherboard. Connect control wires. OV. Connect to any 5-volt ground terminal on the left side of the TL mainboard. Choose one of the 3 terminals marked 5V GND, 5-volt ground. So, right there, any one of these 3 terminals on I'm going to go with this one right there. And there it is, right there. Okay. Next, low. Connect the out 4 24-volt ground terminal on the TL main board. Locate the out 4 marking on the board. I have located the out 4. See these brown wires here, brown and blue? It's right under there. Right there. Yeah. Out 4. Had to use a mirror to find it. So it's the 4th one from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can see that I have the 4 connected, the low connected to the 4th, right there. Okay, first disconnect the plugs currently connected to the out 5 24-volt ground terminal on the TL main board. Locate the out 5 marking. So when you're looking at these, it would be to the right of the 4 that you just plugged in with the low. They're typically labeled OV12 and 24V12. So you put the high from the relay that they supplied you right next to the low. So you put the high on the now vacant out 5 terminal. And now you can see that I have the high connected to the out 5 terminal right there. So it says reconnect pump power. Locate the 24-volt 12 and OV12 terminal pairs on the back of the machine. First disconnect the original plugs from these terminals, then connect the pump wire to the corresponding 12-volt or 24-volt 12 and OV12. So here's the pump right here. And these are the wires that you're looking for. And here's the connector right there. And it says 24V12 and OV12. Yep, this is the one. Disconnect that. So I disconnected the pump. The 24-volt 12 and the OV12. I disconnected it. And then it says to connect the pump wire to the corresponding terminals, 24-volt 12 and OV12. There's the pump wire. This terminal is supposed to plug into this terminal. The problem is they're both males. So common sense tells me, since I'm using external air, that I don't need to turn on a pump. So I'm going to try it that way. So I'm not going to plug this pump wire into anything. And it did say to locate the L5-1 and the L5-2. I've located them. Nowhere does it say to plug them into anything. And lastly, they say to hook this cable that they supplied to the 5-wire prong that came with the relays. So hook it up to there. Okay, it's hooked. And then I ran it out the back of the machine, right there. There doesn't seem to be a hole, so I have an idea. We'll just run it out there. And that should be, other than mounting the box and plugging in that cord that I just plugged in to the box itself, that should be it for the electrical connections. Okay, here we go. So reattach the side cover, ensuring the cable passes through a suitable opening / grommet. Plug the DB9 female into the port labeled control on the device. Yeah. So that would go right there. And then it says, finally, the wires that you need to locate earlier, the L5-1 and L5-2, don't do anything. So tape them up and secure them somewhere inside, out of the way. And that is what I did. The last connections are pretty straightforward. You see the blue line on the left, that is your air in. That would come from your regulator to the air assist module. Then you will see the computer plug-in that screws in between the air in and the air out. That is the one that comes out the back of the machine that you just got done installing. And then on the right side of the module, you'll see a blue line, air line, that goes from the module to the back of your OneLaser machine. That would be where your air goes in to the machine and through the apparatus that you just installed. So those are pretty straightforward. Then you need to adjust your pressures from your regular air compressor down to somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds, and use your high and low adjustment knobs to adjust it for whatever works for you. But I hope this video helped, and thanks for watching and good luck.